Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena. And today, the historic event's up, the Historic Anthology's now out. There's about 20 new cards that have been added for Historic. We're gonna focus on 3 of them. They all happen to be the green ones, and they all happen to be elves, so no surprise we're playing mono green elves for Historic. So let's check them out. So the new additions we have are Elvish Visionary, basically 1/1 cantrip. It's the much better Dusk Legion Zealot, and especially now that we have elf synergies thanks to the other cards, very perfect. Speaking of perfect, we got Imperious Perfect. This is our other elf lord, so other elf creatures get +1/+1, and she's an army in a can, provided you have the time to make the mana. And speaking of which, we have Fauna Shaman. Game gives you 4 copies of everything if you buy the package. Package is about 3,000 plus gems. For now, I'm only running 2 copies of Fauna Shaman because it's either we go wide with all the elves we have, or we build. It's pretty much go wide with all the elves we have. We can shoot her up for some big ones. Generally, the Steel Leaf Champion, very good against Field of the Dead. Questing Beast, likewise, and Endra's Forerunners are last one. Vivian Arkbow also gives us options to shoot her out of, so we're not completely reliant on having everything mainboard and on Fauna Shaman. Speaking of which, for Llanowar Elves, for Paradise Druid, you want to ramp if you can. Elvish Clan Caller, remember this one from M19. Also nice Elf Lord. We only have 2 copies because I'm kinda don't want to invest another 2 wild cards. If you have more copies, yeah, go ahead, run her. I probably would cut some Torn Lieutenants for that. Wildborn Preserver, another way to a good way to go tall, and good way to catch some players unaware, so not bad. Once Upon a Time has a good home here, while so it's not too late to it's too early to say goodbye to Once Upon a Time. We can start telling our stories here in Historic. 2 copies of Rabbit Bite. This one's a bit random, I guess. Yeah, if you have more Elvish Clan Callers, you could sub this one. There is some room for removal, so don't look down at that. 2 copies of Rex Sage. This one's also just in case it's a utility tool with Fauna Shaman. And the rest of our tools are in the sideboard. 4 copies of Crawl Harpooner. There is a good number of angel decks and whatnot. Basically, a good ways to go flying. Mono blue is kind of showing its head a bit. You have an extra copy of Rex Sage, 2 copies of Shifting Ceratops. I guess you could balance this out 3/3. This one Rex mono blue, and I'm assuming Oko would make an appearance here, so this one's also a good alternative answer. I guess you can fit Nullhide Ferox there, but for now we're running Carnage Tyrant. I don't want that shooter on that end. Single Cavalier of Thorns, single God Eternal Ronas. This is also another good shooter target. So it's actually up to you which one would you prefer between these 2. I guess you can exchange this, have Ronas here and Race Forerunners here. That actually makes a bit more sense. Single copy of Multani. Sometimes you could use the ramp. Pelaka Worm, just in case. 7 lives, not bad. Draw cards, not bad. Have another copy of Endrace if you need to shoot her. And Galta is always an all-star again. Galta also is a nice fit here as well. Actually, you know what? Since we're talking Galta, since we brought up Galta, might as well use the promo. Might as well use the promo Galta. I have promo Galta. I might as well use it. Other possible choices that to consider: Voracious Hydra if you want to have more removal. That's a good choice. There's also Classic Vivian Reed. Pretty good, actually very good with removal. This one removes a lot more things. Well, doesn't answer creatures or planeswalkers, so I guess it's up to you to decide how many copies of each. I won't fault you if like you cut one of the early stuff just to fit in a copy of regular Vivian Reed. And also her shooter ability is quite good too. Let's just run this out for now. There's also the small rare Vivian. Nissa, considered it. I want to take a break for it from the time being. But she's always a good option. We're kind of ramp, but not. We're really more go wide rather than ramp, so that's something to consider. we're not exact. We're running Elves, so we're not exactly in the food program. I originally had some copies of gingerbread, go around with the token production. In the end, I felt, yeah, let's just stick to one simple team. Let's just keep it simple. And what other options to consider? Probably another Steel Leaf Champion. That one, Rex House, especially if you can get it out turn 2. Veil of Summer is probably also another consideration. I'm not running it for now, but I won't be surprised if we can cut some of the weird one-offs here and just put in 4 copies of Veil of Summer. That's perfectly. Actually, that's probably a better bet. I would do that. But anyway, that's the deck. Yeah, select this one. So I did say the Anthology event is up. These are best of 1, so yeah, sure, let's go for it. Why not? Probably in future runs, I will actually just I will use the main queue instead of going through the Historic Anthology. I want to go through sideboarding. This one we will go through the sideboard a bit, courtesy of Vivian Arcbow Ranger, but not too. But we won't see it that often. Yeah, I guess if I were to do a revision of this deck, Veil of Summer is mandatory. Okay, no turn 1 elf, no Once Upon a Time. We get the quick draw. I'm willing to keep this for now. After all, this is relatively fun. Let's just see what everyone. I want to see what everyone else is running. This is the perfect event to scout everyone out. Some opponent probably has a Once Upon a Time. Yep. So this could be. Okay, this is Gruul Adventure, so opponent's gonna be a lot faster than we are. That's and they got their turn 1 elf. So probably off the sideboard Rex Sage is not a great idea. Opponent's probably gonna go for the turn 2 this one. We can actually hold back. Play Wildborn Preserver, play one of our 2-drops and pump Wildborn Preserver. This will be a 4/4 though, so that's something to write home about. So let's see. Opponent goes turn 2, Gruul Spellbreaker. Is he going for the haste? Nope, he's going for the +1, so we'll just cast Preserver. So Once Upon a Time, bit late. I can cast Fauna Shaman. No, I kind of want to draw cards. We could just cast Fauna Shaman. I can also cast Torn Lieutenant. Here, because Fauna Shaman, I'll probably just discard the Rex Sage. This might not. So let's give ourselves. No, let's just put the Torn Lieutenant. Take the action, pay 1. Take a bit of a beating for now, but we'll see if we can catch up. Probably. I guess we could just cut this down to a single Rex Sage. We probably don't need 2 copies off main. We could just put 1 in the sideboard. I actually like the coloring effect, especially in the higher leveled avatars. I probably should change that too. I think I'm a few levels away though, so. Oh, okay. Now we're playing that game. Opponent's got the Questing Beast, so we're going to we'll probably take 8. Yuck. Yuck, that's bad. Opponent might actually hold back. Probably he's probably concerned I might have a lord. Okay, hold back. So Elvish Visionary. Let's see if we can draw a card. I want to draw a card. I want to draw a card first. Okay, we got a land. So it's sad because I can just choose to. No, let's pay. So no attacks. It's kind of strange we're in a standstill, all things considered. Opponent probably has removal. So next turn we're doing I could do Once Upon a Time, try to pick up a land. If we don't get a land, I'll probably use Once Upon a Time to pick up a land. Okay. Am I willing to take 8 right now just to... No. So I'm gonna die anyway. Opponent okay, thank goodness our opponent did not have Collision Colossus. That would have wrecked us. Another Gruul Spellbreaker, so yep, we're outclassed at this point. So we have 5 mana. Okay. It's Elvish Visionary. Once upon Elvish Visionary first. Got the Llanowar Elves. Play the Elf. Play Fauna Shaman. So we're trying to see how much mana we have. We can get our own questing beast. So, but that means we'll have to... Actually, we can... Let's try to see if we can avoid throwing away Torn Lieutenant. As long as we can hold up mana. Okay, opponent's going wide with the Burning Tree Emissary. Does he have another Burning Tree? Also, our opponent's been stuck on this many lands for a while. We actually cut down our lands a bit. We're down to 21. Not too bad. So we actually... In a sense, we want to keep Torn Lieutenant alive. I'm willing to throw these guys under one Spellbreaker. Let's see. Okay, opponent's going for the Bone Crusher Giant. So that's not an option anymore. But here's the thing, another Bone Crusher Giant. Okay, so we will throw all the elves under a bus. So we'll lose Torn Lieutenant, that's a gimme. So there we got our 6th land. Might as well play it now. Let's see, can we get a miracle? We need questing. Okay, we got Questing Beast. That buys us a turn. We're not out of it yet. We have another Questing Beast. I guess, yeah, these are decent shooter targets, but no match to a Gruul Spellbreaker. One finally runs Pelt Collector. I only have 1 copy of this, that's why I didn't consider running it. Also, we were more go wide than go tall. Though, go tall is actually quite possible, I wouldn't mind it. Might as well block this now because our opponent's just going to end up casting Bone Crusher Giant anyway. If he had the Colossus, it is what it is. The Pelt Collector is going to be 2/2, 3/3 anyway. Gunnar, Once Upon a Time. Can we find something? Gunnar, Questing Beast. So no attacks for now. We'll most likely see how. Okay. It has the Ember Cleave. So double strike trample. We're pretty much dead on the water. That's good game. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's no way around it. So the deck really benefited a lot from having Burning Tree and Emissary. So we're gonna make a very quick change. Let's cut that 1 Rex Sage. We don't need to have 2 in main deck. So just a quick change. One Rex Sage out. Multanis, not so. Actually, this is. We can put in the Galta if we're winning. We're winning. Let's go. Let's put the Galta in there. So. Okay, so let's go with that one. So I'll edit the deck in a bit. Okay, definitely... Yeah, we can keep this one. Oh yeah, we probably should turn on that deck list now that we edit it. And let's refresh. Okay, there you go. So we're gonna get a 3/3 Wildmore Preserver. One's got Scorch Spitter, so let's... Okay, let's be civil. If our opponent's going for Cavalcade, and once he cavalcades, we can... Thin Street Dodger, okay. He's going for that one. Probably thinks we had Once Upon a Time. So at least we got the Scorch Bitter. Yeah, we keep drawing direct stage even if we don't need to. I guess I can just play the Steel Leaf Champion. Yeah, let's play the Steel Leaf Champion now. We don't... Decline. Next turn we play Imperious. We can choose Imperious Perfect or Questing Beast. Let's always give ourselves options. We don't really need... in this matchup, we don't quite need to pump up. So now we're racing. Our opponents... Yeah, we're kind of racing. Opponent's gonna shock the Preserver. That's perfectly fine. And it's not gonna go in there, so... Let's go big. And our opponent needs to answer one of the two creatures next turn. Probably have Lava Coil. There's no reason not to have Lava Coil. Also note, unless our creature has our opponent has a Rimrock Knight or some way to pump, yes. Okay. Nice, but no way to block. We will take 1, 2... We will take 5, 6... We'll take about 5 damage. Opponent also can only get a shock, so our guys are safe. Still waiting to see what our opponent's got, but it looks like our opponent's dead on the water here. Keep saying dead on the water, our opponent's playing mono reds. Bit. Okay.
Say hi to my fiery friends.
Another Scorch Bitter. None of them can block, which is a nice thing. Yeah, you might as well swing. You're not blocking at all. And to break his spirit. Yeah, good game. Now, be careful when your opponent says good game if they're playing white and they're holding up 4 white mana. There is this card called Settle the Wreckage. It wrecks attacks. Mono green, we're awfully vulnerable to it. But here our opponent was very genuine. That's a genuine good game. And that is a genuine treasure hunt that... I'm still wrapping my head around how to use the blue cards they gave. Distant Melody, Treasure Hunt. They're great card draw. It's kind of a signal to do a sort of tribal. Now, mono blue, you can go Pirate Tribal or Wizard Tribal, whatnot. That's a good way to draw cards relatively cheap. You can go Izzet. Distant Melody is nice if you can get the discount with Goblin Electromancer. So, this is perfect. We got our Once Upon a Time into Paradise Druids. The Galta is not perfect, but... So, what we're aiming for is... Let's see if we can get one of our one... Okay, opponent's playing... It's in Goblins. Not cast it. Let's draw first. So, let's see. Do we get our land or elf? Nope. We do get another land or an Elvish Clan Caller. I'm trying to think this through. We have 2 Paradise Druids. I guess the Clan Caller's not bad. But yeah, we kind of whiff a bit once in a while. Gilded Goose means you whiff less, but... The opponent's going with the War Chief plan. So... This one's actually from Dominaria, so... In fact, I can actually buy some time. Let's play the Torn Lieutenant first. If our opponent tries to get rid of this, we still get a consolation prize. This is probably the reason I keep the Torn Lieutenant. Opponent's going for another War Chief, but he can't swing. Now I can choose to go Elvish Visionary. Let's just go Paradise Druid. Let's keep it played safe. We're not swinging right now, so we're trying to build up mana. 2, 4, 6. So right now it's Galta costs 8. If we play another Paradise Druid, it costs 6. If we play Clan Caller, it... Okay, so we got our consolation there. Crater Maker. Now, we have a choice. We're stuck on mana, admittedly, but I will take out the Volley Veteran if I can. The opponent's down to 2 cards. This one's not helping, though. So I can just play Parad. So we're kind of waiting on the 3rd land, but thankfully, despite the fact on how we're quite stuck, we do have plenty. Opponent, ooh, nice catch. Goblin Matron, this one's also an addition. So opponent can actually cast a Goblin Matron now. The double goes for the Crater Maker instead. I might have to take the 6. Let's just take the 6 for now. Okay, got the land. So I can go Vivian to snipe, but things will die in response. I'll just go Visionary. Let's basically just create as many roadblocks as possible. There's another land. Let's play Land War Elves. Let's just make as many roadblocks as possible. Opponent knows we have a Clan Caller incoming. We had a bit of an inauspicious start. And opponent can now shooter for a Goblin. Probably another Volley Veteran. That's a... Well, they're all 1/1s. Oh. I'm actually surprised our opponent did not shooter for Goblin Chain Whirler. He would have been able to cast it. That would have been really devastating. So that said... Yeah, this is very lethal. I probably should block it like this, but we're taking 3/6. Yeah, it's a good game. It's a good game. We stalled out way too much here, but we stalled out way too much. The Goblin War Chiefs are basically actually a very good way to accelerate mana. I guess we can look forward to mono red goblins. Very aggressive plan. Something to look forward to in Historic. I'm actually want to try that next. That's it. And actually, the addition of those cards highlights why certain choices would be better. Like, remember we have Ember Hauler, that's double red. Normally that's the better card, but because of the cost reduction. But because of the cost reduction, that turns out Crater Maker was the better one. We keep getting Rex Sage even. Well, let's see. We can... Okay, so worst case scenario, we just Visionary turn 2. Hope for land. Let's go turn 3 Steel Leaf Champion. Okay, we got Once Upon a Time as a choice. Might as well use it now. Let's see if we can get our turn 1 Llanowar. We're not gonna turn 1 Llanowar. We can go Paradise Druid instead. Yeah, let's do a turn 2 Paradise Druid. That might be the case where having that. Okay, so we got our 3rd mana. So let's just actually draw a card. This is okay. So turn 3 Steel Leaf Champion might be great. My opponent's gone Narset. We're not exactly drawing cards, but I have to take note what kind of Narset, what kind of Planeswalker build this is, what kind of Super Friends build. It Fires of Invention, so no, Dovin's Veto, so So we'll swing with Narset.
Contain your rage.
So the Dovin's Veto means we won't be able to cast Vivian. Opponent's going Narset again. Do I want our opponent to keep digging for cards? Right now he can't actually cast Dovin's Veto, so let's see. If he doesn't have the white source, now's probably a good time to cast Vivian Arcbow Ranger. Watch our opponent. Well, our opponent conceding is also perfectly fine. Yeah. The plan was, if our opponent could not cast Veto, we'd go Arcbow Ranger, tick up, then we'd shoot her for shifting Ceratops. So that's nice. There's the nice Goblin Matron. Let's keep going. Doing well so far. Not a bit nonplussed about it. Already a few ways to make the deck better, but not relying too much on non-creature spells is a good thing. So right now our non-creature spells are literally just the 2 Vivians, 2 Rabbit Bites, the four Once Upon a Times. So yeah, not too much. That's actually fine. The Rabbit Bites are actually quite semi-disposable in a sense. So let's see, we got... Okay, we have options. Hopefully we can draw into a Once Upon a Time, so it'll help me decide... Well, another lands will also help me decide whether I want Paradise Druid or Elvish Visionary. If we draw into more lands, I guess we cast Elvish Visionary, keep digging. If we don't draw into lands, we should at least cast the Paradise Druid. Okay, this might be another Fires build. Trying to think what are the good spells back in Historic that were left behind. So Paradise Druid first. I don't want to cast Imperious Perfect like this though. I'm more like... Actually might not be too... Well, it depends. If I see white, I probably don't want to cast that because that's signaling Deafening Clarion. Could also be Flame Sweep. Okay, so far it's Izzet. Fae of Wishes. So definitely not swinging. Got another castle, so we're going Questing Beast. And Fae of Wishes, it's an auto signal that this is it's an auto signal this is a fire deck. Well, we're quite a ways away. I could just cast Imperious Perfect. I'm really concerned about Deafening Clarion. I might cast the Visionaries first. Generally, you want to cast the Lord as late as possible. Yes, that's the color of my deck. Could our Narset. Okay. Narset's quite showing up quite a lot lately. I'm not surprised. Narset's very good. Narset into Teferi. So we can snipe Narset. Okay, got our 4th mana. Okay, oops. That's a moral lesson. Don't cast a card draw too soon. Still concerned about Deafening Clarion, but if our opponent goes for the Deafening Clarion, that means they're... And if they go for Deafening Clarion, it leaves Arcbow Ranger open. If they go for Teferi, it also leaves Arcbow Ranger open. Right now, it's... The Teferi is the clear one. We have Imperious Perfect as an option. Basically, opponent's probably gonna go Clarion, but it means he'll have to... He's going for Teferi. He's gonna probably bounce the Questing Beast.
I'm known for my excellent type.
So let's see if we can get another land. Because the alternate plan is actually... No, let's just play the Questing Beast again. Okay, we got another land though. It's making me think. Well, go Questing Beast. Opponent probably suspects that I'm okay, so opponent doesn't have the double white for... Probably doesn't have... either. So we're looking out for. There's the Fires of Invention. Sarkhan. Sarkhan's the one I can think. Time Wipe. Okay. There goes that plan. So 6 mana.
I've survived an apocalypse. I will survive you.
So we're not going army in a can first. Opponents already has all his time wipes live. We're literally going to just shoot. There's Kenrit. It's literally for haste, so we'll take 5. No, Vivian takes 5, so we don't get to choose. Oh heck, there goes that plan. Yeah, time. And there's the Sarkhan. Yeah, the case of having multiple Rex Sages for this one. So if I play the Questing Beast, it just gets eaten by the token. So I'm gonna actually play Perfect first. So 2, 6. No. Yeah, we're not gonna. Yeah, we allowed our opponent to catch up. That time wipe was very good. And we're gonna take 5. No, okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'll take quite a bit of damage. Might as well. Might as well. It blocks the same amount of damage. So opponent, I'm waiting for our opponent to cast another spell. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That makes it 8. So 4. So it's now 6. If I tap this one, it will make it cost 4, but oh well. We're not gonna win this one, but I just want to make a statement.
I will consume you.
So definitely taking that out. Yeah, there's no between the trample and the haste, that was quite good. So didn't quite pan out. Our opponent managed to get their board wiped near the end. Would I have been better off holding onto the Questing Beast? Actually, yeah, I might have been better off just playing the Perfect, swinging with everything else. Then when our opponent resets, they still have to deal with the Questing. They still have to deal with multiple Questing Beasts. I think that would have been a better plan. So far, not so great. We're not winning as much. I do like it better. I do like the deck better with the sideboard at least. So that's something to consider, something to look forward to. So, I'll keep this. So let's go for come on, turn 1 Llanowar. Nope. This time I think I want to get the Rex Sage. Actually, we could have gotten the land. That's probably a better bet. Oh, that's okay. Got Castle Carrying Break. So we're gonna go Torn Lieutenant. Shock that. Then turn 3 Perfect. Goblin Instigator. So again, we're seeing goblins. So we're gonna go with the Perfect first, if only to convince our opponent to, either pair down their board or shock the Perfect. I want them to I want them to try to get rid of the perfect. Goblin War Chief, that's fine. So, we're gonna go Questing Beast. In fact, I'm gonna offer a trade. Because him having this plus haste matters a lot more. So cutting down the cost is more meaningful for me. Then next turn I can Once Upon a Time Elvish Visionary or some combination of that. I sincerely doubt our opponent has any enchantments because this is not the Cavalcade build. Chain Whirler, not bad. So he's gonna take another. And let's draw a card. Another Questing Beast, something. So we'll hold on to that for now. We can probably just chump block with the Elvish Visionary. So we're gonna use Once Upon a Time to dig for lands, I guess. Now two of them is a problem. We're not getting through with this anymore. We could find a Rabbit Bite, but that's not the job of Once Upon a Time. And unfortunately, our Galta's in the bottom. Steel Leaf Champion. Wildborn Preserver. Let's go Wildborn Preserver. Got another land, so... Essentially, what I can do is I can end of turn cast... So, I'll hold... We'll wait for our opponent to unload their board. Yeah, this is the card I was expecting in Goblins. Doesn't benefit from War Chief, but it's generally very good. There's no reason not to. So what you can do is next turn, end of turn Preserver. We can dump an Elves, play this out for 5, then hold on to it. Next turn we can dump a Rex Sage. Basically, we want to get more power. We want to get our toughness to be greater than that. So alternately, we can hope for a Fauna Shaman, then... Well, our mana's a ways away. We're not there yet. Rabbit Bite is also a very good choice. We can use it to snipe one Chain Whirler, wreck the entire board. Opponent's tutoring for a particular goblin. I'm guessing Trash Master, but he's 1 mana shy. War Chief. Okay, that's fine. Another land means we can buff this up to 6/6. No. Oh, the Rabbit Bite. Yes, we're definitely buffing. So I'm only gonna swing with Questing Beast. Actually, am I willing to trade? Okay. Am I willing to trade my Preserver for a Chain Whirler and a Matron? Yes. Because it means if our opponent has has another Chain Whirler, that's not gonna be enough to nuke Questing Beast. Goes for the Ringleader, so how many? Ditches a Mountain, does get the Chain Whirler. So we got Once Upon a Time as an option. I can also okay, opponent conceded. I can also double swing with this, basically pump it up. Force our opponent to have the play, then we do the Once Upon a Time afterwards. So yeah, with the right, if you actually hit your mana on time, you can actually win. So yeah, I'm liking the Elves so far. I'm gonna continue exploring historic while the queue is still up. It's basically the regular queue is up until January. This event is in for about another 2 days, if I'm not mistaken. By the time you see this video, will probably be almost done. Nah, I'll put this video out first. I can save the draft video I made quite a while ago for another time. I might not even bother putting it out. It wasn't that great anyway. So again, we have options. Turn 2 Torn Lieutenants. Torn Lieutenant into Perfect's not bad. I would like to draw into, well, maybe Llanowar Elves might... Actually, not too bad. Well, there's our Llanowar Elves. This does give us the option of something to consider. We might need... Okay, our opponent probably has turn 2 Steel Leaf Champion. That's gonna be so annoying. Nope, Incubation Druid. So given our mana, I'm concerned what he might have turned. I'm concerned he might have Nissa, so I'm going to actually snipe the Incubation Druid. Swing with Torn Lieutenant. Not the greatest play, but that is actually a reason why I rather run Paradise Druid over Incubation Druid. One, we don't... Okay, opponent's... So, opponent, whatever their turn 5 drop is, did not happen. Opponent has their own Torn Lieutenant. So, I can play the Perfect. Not... Questing Beast, very good, especially very good mid-range. That said, we haven't run into an opponent that's playing black, so that is the removal I would be expecting. Yeah, I haven't seen anyone playing black yet. That's actually strange. Opponent has Beast Whisper. So hold on. We can actually generate 6 mana, so that's... Let's see. Let's see if our opponent falls for this. You should know about the ability. You have a Torn Lieutenant. Okay, he's just gonna chump, that's fine. So I'm gonna generate. So I'm gonna cast Perfect into Fauna Shaman. So opponent, instead of drawing cards, we're gonna try to dig for our big creature. We could use another land so that we can... Actually, we can just generate. Okay. So we'll have 5 mana up if we do this. Okay, paste the mana for that. Let's see him... Oh, he can block our Questing Beast. You know what? That's fine. So, we'll let that through. That both get taken out. Then now I have to decide. I can shoot her for my other Questing Beast, but probably save that for another time. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna just play 1 Paradise Druid. Pass the turn. End of turn, we'll make a 2/2. So we're gonna try to go wide around our opponent. We have the means. Plays his own Perfect. And search your library for a creature card review. Okay, so we can generate 6 mana. 7. Bit scary. Let's see. Oh wait. Now I can just play the Elvish Visionary as is, but I probably... Okay, let's play Galta first. Let's get that out of the way. I kind of want to hold this. I want to shoot her. And I also want to keep making elves. Opponent actually has a Great Henge, so he can start getting some life back. It's also a good way to buff stuff. Yeah, we has another Steel Leaf champion, so I guess those are not gonna get around. That said, I'm probably gonna tutor for our other questing beast. Opponent unloads all their Steel Leaves. I can actually get Steel Leaf champion too. That's a cheap way to answer. So let's take a look. So it's between Steel Leaf champion and our other questing beast. Let's just get the Steel Leaf champion. So our opponent has a much better card draw system thanks to Great Henge. We could do this as a one-off. Okay. Now this one stalled out. We did not need that castle guy. I can swing a Galta. It'll trade up with a good number of creatures. It'll help pair the board, so we will do that. Yeah, we definitely want to take out the 7/6s first. So 2-4-1, not a bad trade. Our opponent is going to keep getting bigger, but so we need to keep generating. We'll hold the Castle Garen Brig. There's right now not quite a need to cast it yet. Opponent going wide with the mana. It's actually a very good shooter. Digs another Beast Whisperer, so our opponent's gonna try to get around us. This one will flip at the end step. Opponent's drawn 5 cards more than we have. We could use another perfect. A Clan Caller is also, well, perfect. Questing Beast is not gonna do much. Opponent finally gets their last Steel Leaf champion. And that's an 8/7. We can block this one, but not that one. Yeah, we let this one get out of hand. We had a good early game. I'm just tapping this one now because I'd rather block with the 2/2 token than with this. Flips, gets a ton of mana. Yeah, now we're flooded, so that's not good. He discarded 2 creatures, so he got some use. I know we have more, we're just not getting more out of it. Might as well just play the land. If any, we have a 7/8, so we can trade with this Steel Leaf champ. Yeah, we can trade across the board. Opponent probably should start making tokens too. They have an advantage, their tokens are larger. We really need another Rabbit Bite just to get around these. Yeah. The Beast, allowing the Beast Whisperer to live. What did we take? We did use a Rabbit Bite. Yeah, what did we take out? Yeah, whatever it is, it wasn't worth it. We really need to draw into Vivian. I think we might have put one in the bottom. Okay, there's the Clan Caller. And Clan Caller's ability, it has tap, so it won't be active just yet. But opponent's literally gonna unload. This is the power of Elves, if you can get that sequence true. Beast Whisper is probably not a bad deal. It is asking to get killed, but Marwyn the Nurturer. Yep. Stalling out wasn't great. I think I would rather have the Endrace 4. I probably should put Endrace Forerunners in addition to Galta. So you know what? Let's just make the token. We're not gonna win this one. Let's get that out of the way. It's generating the 10 mana. Do you think we can get our opponent to run out of cards? The Beast Whisper is not is not optional. Let's see. Perhaps maybe our opponent might get too greedy. He's down to 21. And you also draw cards off Great Henge too, so every creature he's casting is drawing him 3 cards. Oh, another perfect, so well, so he's not gonna tap. No, he's not gonna. If he forgets to attack, maybe, but then no. If he attacks, we're dead at this point. Yeah, we'll humor opponents. Down to 15 cards. Opponent's probably not gonna. Another Clan Caller. Yeah, he did not make that mistake. Okay. So yeah, drew out his entire deck. A fog effect would be actually interesting here. Something to consider. There is a fog with convoke. Pause for reflection. That's actually a decent option. He's actually not attacking. He's down to 12 cards. So my turn. He will attack next turn, and we don't. It's a case of can we encourage our opponent to get very greedy. And these are draw triggers, so they will actually kill him. Got a Rex Sage. I actually don't want to play it. The Rex Sage keeps showing up but does nothing. It's just so sad. Because he's down to 12, he'll be down to 11. Yeah, let's not signal to our opponent that he probably. Yeah. Let's see if our opponent makes that mistake. That's literally our only hope here. I sincerely doubt he's gonna do that. Well, let's see how much. Because there is this thing called hubris. He's still playing cards. Well, it's also possible that he's got a good grip of things, and he will stop just in time. So he's down to 11, 10, 9. He's down to 8 cards. I have to do this in mind. I'm purposely avoiding touching his library in case he sees it. Okay, he's just pumping. That's not good. He figured it out. So let's resolve all. Ah, he saw it. That's a good game. We could have actually tossed the Rex Sage with Fauna Shaman, but we didn't have anything actually worth tutoring there. That said, it does tell us we probably should make an additional change here. We actually did have Endrace Forerunners. But Vigilance, Trample, Haste, it gives others Vigilance and Trample. I might rather have this in the sideboard and just have God Eternal Rona's main. For one thing, God Eternal Ronus is annoying to answer. So this is probably a better fit. We keep getting the Rex Sage even though the Rex Sage doesn't do anything, but it is what it is. So we're gonna make that adjustment. Endrace is now God Eternal Ronus. Then let's refresh that. So yeah, sure. Turn 2 Visionary into Clan Caller, or turn 2 Visionary into Faunish. Oh, finally, food deck. Turn 2 Visionary into Visionary is also a possibility. It also creates an argument for aggressively mauling to your Llanowar Elf, but either aggressively mauling to your Llanowar Elf or to your Once Upon a Time. Okay, so we got another Lando. So next turn's probably Visionary Clan Caller. I don't see a reason. Questing Beast. We'll probably do Visionary Clan Caller, or you could do Perfect. Nah, let's do Visionary. Not what I'm looking for. We're gonna die to the Questing Beast. It's gonna take us a while just to cast Galta, and that's assuming our opponent does not interfere with it whatsoever. Opponent holding up this much mana is not ideal. I can play Paradise Druid into Clan Caller. Basically what that does is... No, let's play the Clan Caller first. If our opponent counters it, it tells us what to do next. So we got 5 power. This costs 7. Yep, still taking the damage like a champ. Again, if our opponent doesn't, if that's all our opponent's doing, next turn we can go Steel Leaf into Galta. Not great, but it's still reasonable. And your opponent not doing anything kind of scares me. So we'll do Steel Leaf first. Yep. It's probably gonna be... No. Okay. So even if our opponent has the Disdainful Stroke to counter... Oh, it does not have the Disdainful Stroke. Actually, I don't know what our opponent... Once upon a time, he's digging for another creature. Digging for Fabled Passage. Our opponent's probably in the Nissa plan. We're definitely swinging with Galta, Steel Leaf, and Questing Beast next turn. Opponent was stuck in lands for a while. Another option is to cast Imperious Perfect, so all our Visionaries... Yep, we're doing the Imperious Perfect plan. All our Visionaries are going to become bumps. And because of this, if our opponent swings with Questing Beast... Okay. He might just let them die. He could also just take out the Galta. That's okay. Oh. There is no way, there is no block that keeps... Okay, he's not gonna block at all. So I'm actually gonna do... So I'm actually going to do Fauna Shaman into Imperious Perfect. So at least we have a 4/4 that can block Questing Beast. We have dorky elves that can block this forest. If our opponent plays another Nissa, it's fine. Playing an Oko kinda wrecks us a bit, but it still leaves us with a 3/3. Okay, plays another Nissa. Yeah, we'll generate another 3/3. So now I can actually afford to swing with these guys since I'm... Oh, he's thinking about it. Okay, cast that, so... Yeah, at this point, Nissa doesn't quite matter as much. Gilded Goose can't block. Well, can block Galta. It'll soak up 2 damage. Ideally, he blocks Questing Beast with Questing Beast. I could have swung the Visionary. Oh, he's not. Oh, let's go to blockers. I forgot. So I can leave up Fauna. Okay, so he's gonna trade. So that he'll take 8. He can block the Steel Leaf to avoid taking even more damage there. So he'll take 12. Make a food token, why not? Then we can snipe Nissa a little bit too. So next turn we're gonna either make an elf and probably ditch, let's see, 6. Yeah, ditch Paradise Druid for Ronas. Okay, opponent has a Questing Beast. Yeah, Ronas is gonna wreck your day. Does have 6 mana up. Hydroid okay, 6 mana up. Crassus? Hydroid Crassus is a thing. Okay, so perfect. Yeah, the writing was kind of on the wall there. I was about to swing with everyone at that point. So our opponent did stumble on that, so we took good advantage of it. We're now 1 win away from getting the Fauna Shaman card style. Let's keep going. I'm really liking Historic Elves quite a bit. It's awesome. Let's keep going at this. Shame we're not getting ranked here. I guess I'll just use the traditional queue, hopefully catch up. Finally, we got turn 1 Llanowar Elf. We still keep getting Rex Sage, but you never know. This might actually be a cavalcade. If it's a cavalcade deck, I'm not happy because this is an auto shock. Nope, it's a swamp. It's a knight. Oh, wait. Is this white black or is this mono black? Saurian is an interesting choice. Well, it's gonna either get dead weighted or Legion's End. Yeah, he went for that. Yeah, it's a whiff. So what I can actually do now is if our opponent doesn't answer this, we just keep making Kitesail Freebooter, non-creature, non-land. So you know what? Let's cast Once Upon a Time. Non-creature, non-land. Questing Beast is a non-creature, non-land. Yeah, that's the advantage of running a 28-30 creature deck. Opponent concedes. Yeah, sees the Questing Beast. I think our opponent is also stuck on lands at that point too. Well, that was very fast. Glad to get those wins. And yeah, that will be, and with a nice Fauna Shaman, that will be it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. Indeed. Let's see, how are we doing? I'll have to do this next time. Anyway, that's it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications and whatnot. If we continue to do more Historic, it's going to be here in Historic Ranked. Again, there are some changes to the sideboard that we would probably make versus the event, like Veil of Summer. There's a reason they banned it in Standard. It's probably good here in Historic too. Anyway, with that said, thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Have a great weekend, everyone.